Children of Earth, I am Mantor, one of a new race, a sector from the planet Symbion. Welcome to your sector's read-along book. As you read my story, you will understand how important my message is. You are my witness, children. To you, I swear the truth. This story will show you the necessity of quick action when the unexpected happens. Every time you hear this sound, it means it's time to turn the page in your storybook. Now we are ready to begin the story, The Lost Hyves of Symbion. Don't forget to turn the page every time you hear the sound. Here on Symbion, we have learned to expect the unexpected. We live in a world haunted by ghosts of our ancestors, the ancients. Long ago, the ancients tried to create a perfect race and a perfect world. Such foolish pride. Their misguided experiments led to the great cataclysm, when the oceans boiled and the earth trembled with earthquakes and fires. The ancients did realize that the end was near, so they sealed the secrets of their learning and science in hidden biocontrol centers we call hives. The ancients were destroyed in the cataclysm, and the hives remained hidden and silent. But that was long ago, a long time ago. Centuries have passed. We have evolved into a race of humanoids and insectoids, and most of the hives have been lost beneath the planet's surface, under the thick jungle vegetation, barren sands, or craggy mountains that cover our planet. Now, when a hive is discovered, it is a cause for great concern, for we warriors of Symbion are a race divided. Two major kingdoms split the planet into good and evil. My kingdom, the Shining Realm, is ruled by King Markor the Mighty, while the Dark Domain is ruled by the evil Empress Devora. Come with me now, as together we relive a mysterious adventure in our history. Mark the tale well and take heed. There is much to learn. Our planets are alike in many ways. What happened to us could happen to you. Listen well, children of Earth. Prince Dargon, son of King Markor, entered the Red Claw Tavern to be greeted by his close friend, Zack.
Look, everyone, it's Dargon. Sit down and have a drink, friend. We have much to discuss.
Thank you, Zack. It has been a rough day. The lessons of Mantor, my tutor, grow more difficult. And with my father, King Markor, lost on a mission, and my uncle Galkin ruling the realm, I have many burdens. Galkin is a good warrior, but I feel he is not a strong leader.
Someday your father will be found, Dargon. We are all trying to solve the mystery of his disappearance. Personally, I suspect that Empress Devora is behind it all.
It would be her style, kidnapping an old sectar. Oh, how I miss him. If only I had been there to...
Enough serious talk, friend. Lift your glass with me now and drink a nectar toast to brighter, more carefree days.
And to my father's return.
At that moment, I, Mantor, entered the tavern. Most of the talking ceased as the sectors noticed me. This tavern was an unusual place for the chief counselor to the king and tutor to the prince. Zack spoke first.
Greetings, Mantor. I hope you're here to lift a glass of nectar with us. But why should today be any different? You must have more tasks for your pupil, Dargon. Ah, Mantor, there's more to life.
I cut Zack short with a look. You can have enough fun for 2 sectors, Zack, or more. But Dargon has princely duties waiting.
What is it, Mantor? You look worried.
Dargon exclaimed.
He's always worried.
Zack muttered. I will let your uncle Galkin tell you, Dargon, but it is serious, very serious. Dargon returned to Symbator, the royal palace at the center of the Shining Realm, and immediately went before Galkin.
Why have you sent for me, Uncle? Haven't I earned an evening of fun with my friends?
Before I explain anything to you, Dargon, I think you should look in the cage behind that curtain.
By the ancients! What a beast lies in this cage! I've never seen a wild insectoid so huge. How did it reach such an unbelievable size?
That, nephew, is a mystery. This creature was captured by our frontier guards near the city of the ancients. And we suspect that this wild insectoid may have burrowed accidentally into one of the lost hives of the ancients and found chemicals once used by their scientists. These chemicals are probably responsible for the beast's amazing growth.
If this is so, then time is short.
Dagon warned his uncle.
The city of the ancients is not far from the border of the Dark Domain. If Empress Devora or General Spydrax, her evil warlord, were to find this hive and use the chemicals, we would soon be fighting a race of giants, and all Symbion would be lost.
You're right, Dagon. That is why I have sent for you. You must search until you find the hive, and you must do it quickly. I fear that Devora and Spydrax may have found other giant insectoids and will be hunting for the hive too. There is not a moment to waste.
So, leaving Zack and Pinsor behind to guard the city, Dagon began his journey. Gulkin was right, for at that very moment in the Dark Domain, Empress Devora was questioning Spydrax, general of all her mighty armies.
Spydrax, have you any word from my learned scientists about that revolting, oversized insectoid brought to me yesterday?
Sadly, no, Great Empress. As devoted as your scientists are to you, as we all are to you, we had still...
Spare me your arachnid flattery, Spydrax. There is a real mystery here, one that must be reasoned out. Don't make the mistake of relying on the power of your whip over the power of your mind.
My fighting serves you well, Devora.
Well, but not well enough. Fighting is not going to win the race in solving the mystery of that insectoid's strange growth. If this has something to do with the hives of the ancients, then Dagon will be as interested as we are. Find Dagon, Spydrax, and we will be close to unraveling this mystery. I am sure I am right.
And you usually are, Empress.
More sticky words from your sticky tongue. Take a regiment of skull soldiers and search for Dagon. Since you found the huge wild insectoid near the city of the ancients, you should start your search there. Don't you agree?
As you wish, Devora.
And by the way, Spydrax.
Yes, your greatness.
Failing to find Dagon, or the reason for this mystery, would amount to treason. Don't you agree?
I take my leave, Devora.
As any sector knows, the hives are the biocontrol centers where the ancients carried out their experiments. For a long time, these experiments were great successes. But just before the great cataclysm, they got out of control. And this is exactly what had happened at the hive which Dagon and Spydrax were racing to find. A simple lab test to increase the ancients' food supply went wildly wrong, creating a growth chemical stronger than any ever known before on Symbion. Wild insectoids had burrowed near this hive. They did not get into the hive, but they did come across an air vent near the hive's upper surface, and the growth chemical came wafting through the vent. One whiff, such as the wild insectoids took, caused them to grow 10 times bigger than their normal size. If they had swallowed one drop, they would have grown to 100 times their normal size. This powerful chemical had to be kept from Spydrax, and only Dagon could do it.